Strap toggles are the best, hands down, drywall anchor that you can use for a heavy duty application, period. And we're going to dig into it right now. Hi everybody, I'm Jim Deerdorf and this is Detroit DIY. This is a strap toggle. They have basically zip ties attached to them with a little anchor that you can pull down tight once you get it through the wall. They are sold at multiple big box stores, not always under the brand name of strap toggle. Lowe's has one of a different name and with different weight capacities, and it's dependent on the size of the bolt. This is a 3/16 bolt. You can get a 1/4 inch bolt. These are rated for 70 pounds. You can get them today rated for 236 pounds of tension. That would mean the pull out, what's trying to pull it out of the drywall. And for about 135 pounds of shear, that means what's trying to push it down. These are fairly simple to install. And the very nice thing is, and what separates these from a toggle bolt, is you do not have to have the screw attached to put this to the wall. The second nice thing is it has a spacer right here. Let's get a closer look. This spacer slips into the hole that you put into the wall to keep this from sliding up and down, unlike what happens when you use a toggle bolt. The next nice feature is that you can use this tip to drill it through the wall on its own. I do not much care for it. It's slow. It's just a selling feature that I'm not real big on. So we're going to use a drill bit and we're going to get one of these things installed, and we're going to compare it to a regular anchor bolt with a toggle on it. The reason you'd want to use these anchors in the first place is because there's no stud available. Per se, you're hanging a shelf and the end of your shelf is going to wind up in here somewhere. You need to secure this and you need to secure it well. The other problem may be hanging cabinets or mounting cabinets. If you're mounting cabinets and they come in something like this where you only have one stud available, that's just not enough. The twist on this would be too great and would potentially have the ability to twist the cabinet on the wall. You would want to put some anchors on the outside edges as well. Let's get one of these anchors installed. These anchors use a 3/16 bolt. So the first thing we want to do is either, whether it be our cabinet back or whatever it might be, if we're mounting a wooden material, we're going to want to drill a 3/16 hole in it. Just like that. Now that we have our hole drilled in our wood, we're going to go ahead and get this set up here. At this point in time, we're not doing anything particular. Normally you would have your level line, your laser level, something like that going on. We're going to drill this hole through the drywall just to mark where it needs to be. So it's very important that whatever you're hanging, you have that exactly where you want it before you drill that hole through the drywall. Now we're going to switch over to a 1/2 inch drill bit and drill a 1/2 inch hole in this drywall. Just like that. Now the strap toggle has the ability to twist just like this. That's what we're going to do with it as we push it through the drywall. As it comes through the drywall, it's naturally going to want to stand itself up just like that. Then when you pull it back and you pull it tight up against, it'll lay flat just like that. And that will make for a very strong anchor. Now that we have the anchor in the hole and we have it positioned against the back of the drywall, we're going to pull firmly here and we're going to push this tight like that, right up against the drywall. And you want to make sure you have that pulled extremely tight and that everything is in place where you want it. Now we're just going to take these straps with our thumb right here and break them off. And our anchor is installed. Now when we come in with the screw, it'll screw right into the anchor, which makes it very nice because we don't have to have the toggle attached to the bolt. And now when we put our material up, there's no room for this to move because the bolt and the hole are predominantly the same size. Now let's go ahead and get this snugged up. We'll just throw a little level on here. Get it pretty close and give this thing a snug up. Alright, there we have it. Now on the other side, let's install this toggle bolt. Not what I would recommend for a heavy duty application because it will not hold things exactly where you want them. They have the ability to slide down the wall because of the size of the hole that we have to drill. To use the toggle bolt, we're going to have to drill a 1/2 inch hole through both pieces of material because the toggle has to stay attached to the bolt when it's installed. Now that our hole's drilled, we're ready to install the toggle, but obviously the screw head is much smaller than the hole, so we need a washer. And then we'll reattach the toggle so that it can fold this way. Then we're just going to slip it through the hole in the wood. Once the toggle's through the hole, it will open back up and splay itself against the back of the drywall, and then you can run the screw in. Sometimes you have to do this by hand because you need to kind of pull the screw out a little bit so that the anchor doesn't just spin around in circles. With this being just snug, I just kind of want to demonstrate what can happen. There's a lot of movement here that you don't want. On the other hand, when you're using the strap toggle, even with the bolt loosened, you have no movement or very little. Where here, you have a lot. The other problem I have with this type of toggle is once it's installed, you can't take the bolt back out without losing this in the wall. It's gone. So then you would have to have a new toggle. Sometimes once they get to a certain point and you're still trying to loosen it, the entire toggle just starts spinning around and around in circles in the wall. And if you're not able to grab the screw and kind of pull it back and keep this taut against the drywall to get the screw out, you'll struggle to even get these out. You'll wind up having to cut the bolt and just discard the rest of it into the wall. With the strap toggles, that is never a problem. I can take that screw in and out 15 times if I need to, so that I can set a cabinet in place. I can screw it if I need to take it loose, move it for whatever reason, then I can do that. And my strap toggles are still going to be there and they're still going to be ready to use. I'm not losing anything and I'm not throwing anything away, which to me is a much better way to go. So when it comes to heavy duty toggles, these strap toggles are the way to go, hands down. Not only is this a weak connection to the wall, in my opinion, because of the big hole that's there. And especially if this was an upper cabinet or a shelving bracket or something like that. And mainly because it can slide, and secondly, because it just doesn't have a good look to it. That just doesn't look professional to me. That looks like something that a 5th grader could do. This not only looks professional, it is professional. Now let's say we want to put a shelving bracket on the wall similar to this that screws on. And it wouldn't matter whether it was a track type system that the shelving brackets hang into, a bracket like this. They can all be anchored this way and anchored very securely and look professional and be professional when you're done hanging them. I'm just going to start right here with the existing toggle that I already have in. We're going to get that leveled up on the wall, and then we're going to drill our 3/16 holes. One down here at the bottom, and one right here. I'm cheating a little bit because I already have one anchor in. If you didn't, you would just hold it in place, level it, and then if you needed to, work off your first one to mount the others, or you can use a laser level to get these set exactly where you want them. Now we're going to go ahead and get our 1/2-inch holes. Just got to clean them up a little bit, knock them down. If there's anything bad in the way, just kind of push it in. Same thing we did with the first one. These little guys can tend to be a little tough to push from the very start. Once they start going, they get a little easier, but right from the go, they're a little tough to push. That's why we have the nice little T-handle to hold them back. Snap them off. And there we have it. We'll get our bolts in. Our alignment is good. That's what I really like about these. Now that is one sturdy shelving bracket right there. It is not going anywhere, guaranteed. So when you need to mount something to drywall and you need it to be heavy duty, you need the screw to be removable, you want it to be clean and secure, these strap toggles are the way to go. If you'd like to get an amazing shirt like this, I've put a link down in the description for our store. We have sweatshirts, t-shirts, coffee cups, all kinds of cool stuff. Check it out, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, it would mean the world to me if you'd go ahead and hit that subscribe button and help me out. That's all we got for this time. If you enjoyed yourself, click on one of those two videos going to pop up next to me. And remember to always respect the power of your power tools. We'll see you soon.